Hello everybody, this is Election Watch Analysis here with another video. Before I get started, please like and subscribe, it really helps me out. Now on to the video. Okay everybody, the election is in full swing as of the time of this recording. It is the 11th month, which is November 4th, 2020. And, definitely, the results in this might be a little outdated just because I'm doing this a day, I'm going to release this tomorrow. And I can explain later at the end of the video, so make sure you see why I'm doing things a day early. So make sure you stick around till then. But yeah, the election's in full swing. This has been 4 years in the making for me since I got into politics just after 2016. But I'm not making an analysis video about the results yet, because of course I'm not all in, and differences and similarities. But make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because then you can get alerted immediately as I make those videos. But I'll be making those in a few days after all the results are certified and such. And yeah, but yeah. So this video is not about that. This is about the third-party candidates. So you can see them right here. I'll highlight them if you can see that. Yeah, not those two up there. But you can see Jo Jorgensen, the Libertarian candidate, has 1.15% of the vote, and Howie Hawkins, the Green Party candidate, has 0.23% of the vote. There's also Other, which has 0.22% of the vote. Other's my favorite candidate. Other, just like the best candidate ever. No, I'm just kidding. But I think you can see that probably just a lot of variety of candidates. Kanye West and whoever Brock Pierce is, and and none of these candidates, and Don Blankenship, and as in Nevada. So yeah. But as you can see, they're not getting a lot at all, and they're quite underperforming the ticket for their respective parties in 2016. In 2016, as I will show you here, well, you had two candidates that were not very likable. They were definitely disapproved of, and it was really really great circumstances for any kind of third-party candidates. And Gary Johnson took advantage of that. He was pulling 9% out at one point. He was getting pretty large amount for a third-party candidate. And of course, that all dropped. He made several gaffes, such as, where is Aleppo? He didn't know where Aleppo was. Now it's a pretty big deal. He also made some other kind of silly comments, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, they're I'm talking about the faceless electors in a minute, but yeah, they were there. They did pretty well, or they did well in the polling, but in the end, they didn't do super well. So I'm gonna head down, show you the guys say it. So as you can see, here is Gary Johnson and Bill Weld for the Libertarian Party, Jill Stein, Ajamu Baraka. So Jill Stein was a physician from Lexington, as Wikipedia says, and her vice presidential candidate was an activist. Washington, D.C. These two are both Republican governors until switching to the Libertarian Party after their terms ended, which is kind of interesting. That's really what you see most Libertarian candidates doing. So here, Evan McMullin, who I believe was trying to create an electoral college tie by taking Utah from Trump, and his vice president, Mindy Finn, and I did some research, apparently, that his vice president was switched around in states from Mindy Finn to also Nathan Johnson. So I'm going to quickly show you all how well he did in Utah. So I remember I've seen predictions before, LT, Let's Talk Elections did this. He said what his prediction was in 2016, and he said Utah would be won by Ed McMullin. Obviously this did not happen. He had a pretty disappointing performance. He did not win. He actually got third place. If he did well, a good performance would probably be outperforming Hillary Clinton, but he did not. So that's kind of, again, disappointing performance. Usually in third-party candidate cases like this, they'll outperform the candidate that is usually disfavored in the state. But he did seemingly prevent Donald Trump from winning plurality in the state. He had 45% of the vote instead of 51 or probably 66, judging on how much Ed McMullin had. Sorry, yes. So now I'm going to show you how many votes each candidate got. So I'll head down. And yeah, this is some ballot access. Ed McMullin only had access to 11, and Jill Stein only had access to 44 plus DC. Okay, and then okay. So as you can see, Gary Johnson got 3.8 3.28% of the vote, which is pretty disappointing for how well he was doing earlier in the campaign. Did not reach the threshold for government funding, which is 5%. And Jill Stein got 1%, which is also pretty disappointing. Evan McMullin got 0.4%. And they all got 0 electoral votes, as you can probably guess. So very disappointing, but they are outperforming their current ticket for both their parties. And you can also see the faithless electors, which I'm going to talk about really quickly. There were literally 5 faithless electors on Hillary Clinton's side, 2 on Trump's side, that actually voted for someone else instead of her. That says something, to be honest. But yeah, that certainly says something. There are 3 votes for Colin Powell, and his vice president picks for each of them were Elizabeth Warren, Maria Cantwell, and Suzanne Collins. Interesting. That'd be a very interesting ticket, actually. And then there's also Bernie Sanders, John Kasich, and Ron Paul, as well as Faith Spotted Eagle. And yeah. So, they all got electoral votes, which is pretty interesting, and the majority of them were from Hillary Clinton's campaign, which I find, again, as I said before, very interesting. So yeah. Now, let's see. I'll go back again to see how the third-party candidates are doing. 1.15, that's just over what Jill Stein got, but only a third of what Gary Johnson got. Howie Hawkins, way less than what Jill Stein got in 2016. I'm sorry if I'm stumbling on my words now. Just seems very interesting that the third-party candidates aren't doing so well. If you're wondering why, I think it's because Joe Biden and Donald Trump probably as well both ran very successful campaigns convincing people not to vote for third party, but instead to vote for them. So Joe Biden, I saw a ton of a vote for Jill Stein, a vote for a Green Party to vote for Trump, a vote for Joe Jorgensen, Libertarian parties, vote for Trump, a vote for third parties, vote for Trump, and just kind of generally no votes, vote for Trump. Just anything against Trump is just voting Biden. So that kind of thing. And it was really, I think it really discouraged a lot of people from voting for Howie Hawkins. Also, a lot of progressives who probably voted for Jill Stein in 2016 did not vote for Howie Hawkins because I think a lot of really people who were, Bernie or bust didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, and it really cost her a lot of votes. But now I think that Joe Biden has, they all hate Trump so much that they can settle for Biden. Biden was not the first choice of everybody, of course. But, it's kind of, I call it, a lot of people call it settle for Biden. Biden's not my favorite candidate. Let's say in the primaries, I preferred, Andrew Yang. And my choice is Andrew Yang, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go, I'd follow Andrew Yang to the end. He drops out. Well, I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like his healthcare policy or something like that. But then, and by this is theoretical, then I see Donald Trump, I'm like, well, I hate Donald Trump because I don't like his healthcare policy even more. Therefore, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. I'm not going to vote for Howie Hawkins because as all this, things are telling me, that's a vote for Trump. And I think that worked because obviously Joe Biden is winning super heavily, and he's also gotten the most votes out of a presidential candidate has in history with 71 million. And that's last in the history books. He's leading Trump by just over 2%, by the way, as well. So, yeah, and remember, this is Wednesday, not Thursday. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I certainly find it interesting that these candidates are doing so poorly, especially since their counterparts did so well. They're actually overperforming their polling expectations, but, polling right now, I've honestly lost all faith in. I thought that results are going to be a certain way, and they definitely were not. I mean, just watch any of my videos. The map is not the same, as you can see. But I'm going to analyze that later. The map wasn't too different, too. But yeah, I'll analyze that later. Speaking of which, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified immediately whenever I release a video. So for those videos, which I promise will be very interesting, you can get notified immediately as they come out, and you can watch them first, second, as soon as possible. And I promise you, those will be good videos. So yeah, it makes you subscribe, like the video. And the reason why I'm doing this the day before is that I'm doing in-person school now. So I cannot, make a video whenever I want like I used to be able to, which is kind of sad, but, works out. So yeah. Again, as I said before, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. I can start reaching milestones as well. Like the video, it also helps out a lot. It helps people seeing it. See more people see the video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below telling me how I did, any feedback. Also tell me if there was which politician nowadays could be the most successful third-party candidate? Could they, would anyone be able to win? Or would I just be able to get electoral votes? Just tell me in the comment section down below. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, everybody. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.